Hey everyone, welcome to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and welcome to my Smoky Mountain adventures. Pigeon Forge and its parkway is the largest entertainment district in the Smoky Mountains, and is the first place you'll encounter when visiting the Smoky Mountains. The parkway runs from the interstate near Kodak all the way through Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and eventually ending at the Great Smoky Mountains. While visiting Pigeon Forge, you won't want to miss out on Parrot Mountain. This 4-acre bird sanctuary is home to hundreds of beautiful tropical birds and thousands of flowers, plants, and trees. When arriving, you'll see 200 feet of dry stacked stone fence like you'd see in Ireland, and a replica of Thomas Kincaid's Stairway to Paradise. But the main highlight of Parrot Mountain is the nearly 70 birds that sit out on open perches and allow you to interact with them, feed them, and get a close-up encounter. So whether you come for the many beautiful tropical birds, or just came for a nice peaceful stroll in one of the many gardens, Parrot Mountain has something for everyone. Another fan favorite in Pigeon Forge is the island. With 23 acres of entertainment, shopping, and dining, there's something here for everyone. Hop aboard the 200-foot observation wheel for spectacular panoramic views, or sit back and relax next to the main fountain, which is pre-programmed to lights and music. Is shopping more your style? With over 80 shops like the Puzzled Store, you'll be sure to find that special gift to remind you of your vacation here in the Smoky Mountains. After a fun-filled day of shopping and entertainment, why not hit up one of the many restaurants such as Margaritaville for that tropical vibe? After all, we are at the island. Or head over to Paula Dean's Family Kitchen for that good Southern comfort food. If a classic diner is more what you're craving, then head back out to the parkway and cruise on over to the Sunliner Diner. Whether you're looking for that classic all-American burger or breakfast all day, you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for on their retro-inspired newspaper menus. Travel back in time and immerse yourself with their collector cars, hand-spun milkshakes, and classic good old oldies music. After a fun-filled day in Pigeon Forge, our next stop will be Gatlinburg. Although offering a similar experience to Pigeon Forge, this is your chance to sit back, relax, and unwind. Stop by one of the many attractions Gatlinburg has to offer, such as Hollywood Stars and Cars, featuring the best Hollywood movie and TV cars in recreated settings, displayed with sound, lights, and action. Never been in an earthquake? Then hop aboard Earthquake the Ride and experience just what it's like being in an earthquake. Just try not to get eaten by any mysterious gorillas that may pop out at you while on the ride. After experiencing what a real earthquake is like, you'll want to stop by the Gift Warehouse, located in between Earthquake the Ride and Treasure Quest Golf. Now, if mini golf is your thing, Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg boasts some of the craziest mini golf courses in the world, like this one here, Treasure Quest. The jungle theming will definitely keep you smiling all the way through. Discover the strange, the shocking, and beautiful at the newly renovated Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. This is one attraction you won't want to miss when visiting Gatlinburg. It's often ranked as one of the best attractions in the area. Explore over 600 unbelievable exhibits, can't-miss photo ops, and hands-on interactives throughout 16 amazing themed galleries, as well as witness a light show like no other in a huge kaleidoscope. See a real shrunken head and so much more. You'll be leaving this museum saying, "Wow, do I believe it or not?" If you'd rather get in some shopping, then hit up the Reagan Terrace Mall, featuring a mix of shopping, dining, and entertainment. Or head on over to the area's only enclosed mall, the Mountain Mall, and beat the heat. Stop by the village, offering a unique old-world European-style shopping experience. Opened in 1939, make sure to stop by Aunt Mahalia's Homemade Candies. What makes this place unique is they have a glass-enclosed kitchen which allows you to get a close-up view of them making their candy the old-fashioned way.
Strawberry lips burning on my skin, craving for you. I tell myself that the bubblegum wrapper is the sin.
Got a bit of a sweet tooth? Then head over to the Chocolate Monkey for ice cream and candy.
It tastes so good, every word you say is melting in my mouth. But I'm not gonna stay, that's my flavor. I'll put you away, save for later. You're my Candyland.
Food and fun. Yes, it's Fanny Farkle's celebrating 40 years of the best family vacation memories. Stop on by for the famous Ogle Dog's fresh dipped corn dogs. The Pancake Pantry has been serving up some of Gatlinburg's best breakfast since 1960, and this is their story. In 1960, Jim and June Girding, having vacationed in Gatlinburg previous years, decided to take the entrepreneurial leap. They would move to Gatlinburg from their home state of Indiana to open Tennessee's first pancake specialty restaurant. Back in 1960, a restaurant centered around pancakes was a brand new concept. And like with every business, their first few years were a struggle. But in 1965, they were able to purchase the land and the building, a rare opportunity in Gatlinburg. The signature building with its majestic slate roof, gables, large windows, and warm white oak interiors was constructed under Jim's vision and direction in 1975. Whether you're looking for that good old-fashioned pancake or something a little fancier, make sure to rise and shine early, as the lines and crowds get really long and wrap around the building. So come celebrate over 60 years of the Pancake Pantry in 2022. After a great meal at the Pancake Pantry, we're heading over to Ober Gatlinburg. In 1972 and 73, on the original site of the Hemlock Motel, Gatlinburg's new aerial tramway would be built. The idea was to finally connect the ski resort to the town of Gatlinburg. Previously, you would have to take a road and drive up the side of the mountain, which oftentimes would be difficult when it would snow in the wintertime. Over the years, the resort has had many attractions, such as a circus, go-kart track, and bungee tower. The upper mall, which currently houses the ice rink, retail shops, arcade, and eateries, was constructed in 1980 and 81 and opened to the public in 1982. So make sure to visit Ober Gatlinburg on your Smoky Mountain vacation, because this is the only place in the United States where you can take a ride on a European-style tramway. It's now time to head into the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, one of the country's most visited national parks. This is where you can find some of the most beautiful landscapes the Appalachian Mountains have to offer. Heading into the park, you'll follow along a peaceful, majestic river as it winds its way through the mountains. Make sure to pay close attention along the roadside, as you'll often find small, tranquil little waterfalls that often flow year-round or sometimes are seasonal. The Sinks, a favorite swimming hole among locals and tourists, but be careful, drownings are common here due to the strong currents. Welcome to Newfound Gap, located at the center of the Great Smoky Mountains. This is where you'll find the border of Tennessee and North Carolina. While visiting Newfound Gap, you'll be nearly 1 mile high and experience some of the most amazing scenic panoramic views. Smoky Mountains offer some of the best opportunities to see wildlife up close. Many of the animals residing in the park are so used to humans that they'll let you get pretty close. But don't get too close, they are, after all, still wild animals. Some of the most common wildlife you'll encounter in the park is the white-tailed deer, salamanders, American black bear, and elk like you see here. You may even get an encounter from one of the many wild coyotes that reside within the park. Cades Cove is one of the most visited areas in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. You'll be able to explore historic cabins, churches, and a grist mill. This is also one of the best places to spot white-tailed deer, black bears, or a wild turkey. I have visited Cades Cove many times before, and never have I seen all of these horses just wandering around like this. It was quite a unique experience. Cades Cove wasn't always a tourist destination, and before the park was created, many families worked and played in the Cades Cove Valley. Before Europeans would settle the valley, the Cherokee Indians would travel through the area to hunt the abundance of deer, elk, bison, and bears. It wouldn't be until the early 1820s when the first European settlers would arrive, and with it they would quickly build log homes, barns, corn cribs, smokehouses, and clear land for farming. The land was very fertile, which would allow them to yield abundant crops such as corn. By 1850, the population in the valley had reached 685. In 1927, the states of Tennessee and North Carolina would begin to try and purchase some of the land to add to the park. Many of the residents would welcome this effort and willingly sell their land. Some residents would also sign life leases that would allow them to live on their land for the rest of their life. Today, the National Park Service manages and maintains Cades Cove as it looked in the early days of the settlers. In 1945, the National Park Service would designate Cades Cove as a historical area and restore several of the older log cabins and barns. Whether you've come to the Smoky Mountains for Pigeon Forge's fast-paced, lively entertainment, Gatlinburg's slower-paced, more relaxing atmosphere, or just wanted to get back to nature by renting a cabin in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains, there's something here for everyone. Thanks everyone for traveling with me to Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and the Great Smoky Mountains. If you wouldn't give the video a thumbs up, it'll help me to produce more of these awesome videos and lets me know that you like the content I'm producing. Of course, subscribe and ring that bell icon so that you'll be notified about future videos here on this channel. I do content like this each and every week. That's going to do it for today's episode, and I'll see you in the next one.